Ciao, my name is Venla. On this video I'm going to introduce my forest farm to you and talk about my thoughts on owning a forest. I'm also going to talk about some basic things about Finnish forest and forestry, and you will see the three main attractions and many more here in Finland that we are the most proud about. I live here, I'm from here, I grew up here. I've been living elsewhere when I was a younger adult, and now I'm back here. As for many Finns, the forest came to me as heritage and with family, and that is one of the reasons for sure why forest is so important to us and feels like a home. Oftentimes, also, the land and the forest are together in the same property with a house in the countryside. When I was a kid, I used to think that this is a normal world and normal kind of life and environment, and now I think that it's a paradise. I used to walk here with my dad, and he used to tell me the names of the flowers when I was little, and to think of it now, it's really cute. One thing that is apparently special about Finnish way of thinking is that we think beyond our own lifetime. Like me now, I've been planting these oak trees and I'm thinking of how to grow them, how to take care of them as best as I can, so that in 80 years or in 100 years they will be beautiful and big and good oak trees for whatever use they are going to be. There are many possibilities. Can be used as medicine, can be used as barrels for wine, can be used for building, can be used as a garden and for well-being. Actually, I'm planning to make a little arboretum here with flowers and all the beauty. So it will be so beautiful. It will be so beautiful. Here they are. These oak trees have been here for almost 3 weeks. Pretty much 3 weeks now. They didn't have leaves when they were planted. And now they are so good. It's been raining, which is so nice. I'm so happy about every rain that has been raining this spring. And one thing I did, maybe a little bit funny, but here is some wool of the sheep. I got that from my neighbor and I put it here to protect the little trees from the deers and the rabbits. They don't like the taste of the wool, so it's a natural thing and hopefully works. This is how the oak trees are marked for now. They didn't have any leaves when they were little, so they were so hard to spot from here. That's why there is this stick and a mark. It says save and protect. I hope that the deers read it too and know that the oaks are to be protected. There used to be quite an old forest before this. It was a forest with mainly spruce trees, and they were all pretty much the same age and suffering from some insects. And for me it was a very hard decision to cut it, and that was the most reasonable thing to do in this case. So now there is a very young forest coming up, and another young forest is about 10 to 12 years old. These are the 10-year-olds. They are birches, spruce trees and pines planted, and it's a mixed forest. It's gonna be a mixed forest, and I don't take any species away that is the natural species of trees. So all will be here. And here is a spot where are some trees that are saved. And here on the right will be the oaks and the larches. And here are the baby larches. They have this kind of spots here. The soil has been taken upside down for the tree to have a good place to start growing. I think they're really cute. These are the oldest trees that are here. And this is an area that is saved when some other trees around this were cut. I think it's a beautiful saved area, and these spruces are about 130 years old. You can feel it, they feel so wise. It seems like the bug is here as well, going on this tree. These old ones have been quite strong, but they are old, and if there are many of those insects, they are not gonna be okay. Or they are gonna be okay. They will be very valuable also when they fall down. Here's a bird house for an owl. I wanted to get one for an owl. For owls are good protectors for the young trees because they eat moles. I don't think that anyone lives in the owl house right now, because the owls oftentimes choose their place to stay in autumn time already. They start nesting in the springtime, but they choose their place in autumn. And I only brought this birdhouse here in the springtime, so I'm expecting maybe some owls living there next spring. About owning the forest, I think that I'm the person representing the forest in the human world and all its systems. And I think it's a big responsibility because here's a lot of life and it really matters how you treat it. This is also quite common that us Finns, we love to learn about forest and nature. And also I go to some education days every once in a while to learn something new, which is really nice. I enjoy those days every time. And as us Finns are the people of the forest, we oftentimes love to see the trees wherever we go. If we go abroad or on a holiday or as guests to somebody else's home yard, we want to see the trees and what kind of species there are, and just See how beautiful they are. Here is the magical flower of the midsummer. It lives in forests and it's going to bloom quite soon, just starting. It belongs in the same family as orchids, which I think is quite amazing. This is a Nordic place and a Nordic flower. And I promised to show the main attractions here. So this is a spruce tree, a Christmas tree. It's been the most planted and grown for the last decades. Um, the most common with pine, and now we are planting some other species more as well, because the mixed forest is more healthy and diverse. And this is a birch tree. Green leaves in the summer, yellow leaves in the autumn. In springtime we can get a very healthy drink from here, from the trunk of this tree. And this is a pine tree. These trees are about 70 years old, and I left a group of them here at the logging. They are teenagers to be pines, and oftentimes they are already cut at this age, but they can actually live for 800 years naturally. Here in Finland, the forests are owned by the government and regions and the church and the biggest forest companies and us private owners. There are fairly many private owners also in the Nordics, and I think that's a good thing, because we are here and oftentimes we know our own land, we know the forest. This one of mine is 18 acres and I walk around it many times a year, and I know what's going on. I know what kind of animals live here, what kind of birds live here. I don't know all of them, of course, but I care. In general, I care about the well-being of the nature. These days, we get some rules from European Union for our nature, and I think that it's better that we decide about our own things ourselves as much as possible, because we ourselves have the best knowledge and also the real connection to our nature and forests. Now it's the next day and here is one more forest compartment. This is a grove forest. That is the rarest forest type in Finland and very important. You can also recognize this type of forest from the plants. They are grove plants, and the soil is like moldy. This forest is officially an economical forest, like all of my forests, but it's actually in quite a natural state, so I would say it's kind of like organic forest. And this is not officially protected, but it's in a state that could be protected. and like this is it's just protected by me. I could have cut it with some other pieces of forest, but I didn't think it would have been worth it. It's the most valuable just as it is, and with some rotten wood. So it's just like it is. I don't do anything here. Sometimes I clean up. There's a road next to this, so sometimes I clean up the garbage that humans throw here. This is really in the countryside, but still some people litter and the others clean up. Here's a little stream going through. I think it looks like some fairies could live here. There's also some wood that is dying. Here are also some trees that are really good material for bird homes. And here some birds are living for sure. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, remember to hit the like button, and you are very welcome to subscribe on this channel and drop a comment if you like to share your thoughts. This is my first video in English, and I will make some more about forest and wellness and natural lifestyle. If you would like to listen to my videos also in Finnish, you can go and see them on my Finnish channel. That's called Metsäelämää. There are some more videos about forestry in my Finnish light language. I will write it here in the description box or in the comments, so you'll find it. And of course you can also share this video if you like. That would be very much appreciated. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.